Coming to our main focus for today, let us have a look at the top 5 most essential ethical hacking tools to be used in 2021. At the top of the chain lies Nmap. Nmap, which stands for Network Mapper, is a free and open source utility for network discovery and security auditing. Many systems and network administrators also find it useful for tasks such as network inventory, managing service upgrade schedules, and monitoring host or service uptime. It is most beneficial in the early stages of ethical hacking, where a hacker must figure the possible entry point to a system before running the necessary exploits, thus allowing the hackers to leverage any insecure openings and thus breach the device. Nmap uses raw IP packets in novel ways to determine what hosts are available on the network, what service they are running, what operating systems are installed, what type of packet filters and firewalls are in use, and dozens other characteristics. It was designed to rapidly scan large networks, but works fine against single host as well. Since every application that connects to a network needs to do so via a port, the wrong port or a server configuration can open a can of worms which lead to a thorough breach of the system and ultimately a fully hacked device. Next on our list we have Metasploit. The Metasploit framework is a very powerful tool that can be used by cybercriminals as well as ethical hackers to probe systematic vulnerabilities on both networks and servers. Because it's an open source framework, it can be easily customized and used with most operating systems. With Metasploit, the ethical hacking team can use ready-made or custom code and introduce it into a network to probe for weak spots. As another flavor of threat hunting, once the flaws are identified and documented, the information can be used to address systemic weaknesses and prioritize solutions. Once a particular vulnerability is identified and the necessary exploit is fed into the system, there are a host of options for the hacker. Depending on the vulnerability, hackers can even run root commands from the terminal, allowing complete control over the activities of the compromised system as well as all the personal data stored on the device. A big advantage of Metasploit is the ability to run full-fledged scans on the target system, which gives a detailed picture of the security index of the system along with the necessary exploits that can be used to bypass the antivirus software. Having a single solution to gather almost all the necessary points of attack is very useful for ethical hackers and penetration testers, as denoted by its high rank in the list. Moving on, we have the Acunetics framework. Acunetics is an end-to-end web security scanner which offers a 360-degree view of an organization's security. It is an application security testing tool that helps the company address vulnerability across all their critical web assets. The need to be able to test applications in depth and further than traditional vulnerability management tools has created a market with several players in the application security space. Acunetics can detect over 7,000 vulnerabilities, including SQL injections, cross-site scripting, misconfigurations, weak passwords, exposed database, and other out-of-band vulnerabilities. It can scan all pages, web apps, and complex web applications running HTML5 and JavaScript as well. It also lets you scan complex multi-level forms and even password-protected areas of the site. Acunetics is a dynamic application security testing package, which has definite perks over status application security testing frameworks, which are also known as SAST scanners. SAST tools only work during development and only for specific languages and have a history of reporting a lot of false positives, whereas dynamic testing tools, also known as DAST, have the ability to streamline testing from development to deployment with minimal issues. Next on our list, we have Airgaden. This is a multi-use bash script used for Linux systems to hack and audit wireless networks like our everyday Wi-Fi router and its counterparts. Along with being able to launch denial of service attacks on compromised networks, this multi-purpose Wi-Fi hacking tool has very rich features which support multiple methods for Wi-Fi hacking, including WPS hacking modes, WP attacks, handshake captures, evil twin, and so much more. It usually needs an external network adapter that supports monitor mode, which is necessary to be able to capture wireless traffic that traverse the air channels. Thanks to its open source nature, AirGarden can be used with multiple community plugins and add-ons, thereby increasing its effectiveness against a wide variety of routers, both in the 2.4 GHz and the 5 GHz band. Finally, at number 5, we have John the Ripper. John the Ripper is an open source password security auditing and the password recovery tool which is available for many operating systems. John the Ripper Jumbo supports hundreds of hash and cipher types, including for user passwords of operating systems, web apps, database servers, encrypted keys, and document files. Some of the key features of the tool include offering multiple modes to speed up the password cracking, automatically deselecting the hashing algorithm used by the passwords, and the ease of running and configuring the tool to make it password cracking easier. It can use dictionary attacks along with regular brute forcing to speed up the process of cracking the correct password without wasting additional resources. The word list being used in these dictionary attacks can be used by the user's end, allowing for a completely customizable process. We also have a few honorary mentions in our list that just missed the cut. NetSparker, for instance, is an automated yet fully configurable web application security scanner that enables you to scan websites, web applications, and web services. The scanning technology is designed to help you secure web applications easily without any fuss, so you can focus on fixing the reported vulnerabilities. The Burp Suite Professional is one of the most popular penetration testing and vulnerability finder tools and is used for checking web application security. The term Burp, as it is commonly known, is a proxy-based tool which is used to evaluate the security of web-based application and to do hands-on testing. Moving away from websites and applications, Wireshark is a free and open source packet analyzer which was launched in 2006. It is used for network troubleshooting, analysis, software and communications protocol development, and education. It captures network traffic on the local network and stores data for offline analysis. Wireshark captures network traffic from Ethernet, Bluetooth, wireless networks, and frame relay connections. Now that we learn about the different types of tools that can be used when conducting an ethical hacking audit, let's learn about some potential benefits of such campaigns and why organizations prefer to pay for such audits. Being able to identify defects from an attacker's perspective is game-changing since it displays all the potential avenues of a possible hack. One can only prepare for the known vulnerabilities as a defensive specialist, but proactively trying to breach a network or device can make hackers think of techniques that no defense contractors can account for. This kind of unpredictability goes a long way in securing a network against malicious actors. Another advantage of hiring ethical hackers is the ability to preemptively fix possible weak points in a company's network infrastructure. As seen on many occasions, a real breach will cause loss of data and irreparable damage to the foundation of an organization. Being able to gauge such shortcomings before they become public and can be exploited is a benefit most organizations make use of. This is not to imply that such security audits are only beneficial to the organization paying for it. When coming across companies that provide certain services, a reliable third-party security audit goes a long way in instilling trust and confidence over their craft. If the ethical hackers cannot find any major vulnerabilities that can be leveraged by hackers, it just accentuates the technical brilliance of the organization and its engineers, thereby increasing the clientele by a substantial amount.